here, sir. I send way too many of them to Heather and Megan. Do you follow Katie Vince like? Is it Ethel? One of her horses is constantly doing it, and yeah. We're going to keep the baby in. Do we want to bite that now? We can bite it. Go ahead.
I love her mare, Happy.
Oh, I know. She's beautiful. All of her horses are beautiful. Good boy. Not a big deal, huh? What if we did it from the other side, though? How do you feel from the other side? He says no to this side. Good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah, good boy. All right. Seattle. You're fine.
Which way now?
I put this part on my hip. I grabbed it from the opposite side and I tangled it in my rope the last time, so I changed it. I just switched my body around and confused you.
Which way
Yep.
do you want it?
Yep. Nope. Nope. Because it depends on which way I grab it. Oh, big side. Good boy. And I'm looking at you. Good boy. Yeah, that's not a big deal. Well, let's not really bite it, though. Okay. 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 That's enough of that. Okay. Can't touch you? Can't touch you. You're just really going to bite it. Okay. You're going to have to get past that eventually, though. Good boy. That's a good boy. Don't try to bite me, though. That's not acceptable. You're so narrow compared to all the other horses. No, sir. So narrow compared to all the other horses. Good boy. I have a circe, so I will wrap the rope around their midsection, and I'll just tighten it to give them that feeling. So it's like a practice cinch. Otherwise, I will put a circe single on them, which is just the cinch with the top. They usually use it for driving, and like ground driving. But I will use it as a practice cinch. Just because that way we know if a horse has a bucking problem, which he's supposed to have, we know if it's because they're uncomfortable having something around their midsection or if it's the saddle fit. It can always be one or the other. So to rule one out versus the other, I'll use a circe single. Yep, so he, when we had him, we let the doctor know he needed to be restarted. And they said that they did. But she tried to get on him. I think my opinion was too soon, but I wasn't there. Yeah. And he bucked her off. Okay. Yeah. I remember you saying. So then she fast forwarded, she tried again, and he bucked her off again. At that point, you now have a behavior problem because he knows he can get you off. Yeah. So she did have Nevaeh training him for about, I think they did like a month and a half. And she got to the point where they were starting to get on him. So I'm confident he's fine right now, but I'm still going through my process and my evaluation to make sure that we don't have any holes in our training. If I'm going to get on this horse, I'm going to make sure he's ready to get on. By my standards, nobody else's. Good boy. So if he had an issue with the saddle, he'd be bucking right now. Like he'd be throwing a tantrum. So I'm not worried about this process, but I'm still going to go through my steps and still do it. Just because horses, man, horses. but he's got a low head set. His bottom lip is still a little tight. I don't love how this saddle fits him, but my other one that I would use at this point in training is too wide. It might fit better with a different saddle pad underneath. So next time I will probably try a different saddle pad. And we're going to stop him from rushing. We're going to move him the other way. And then we're going to go back to doing all the things that I did on the ground before I put the saddle on. So we're going to test, because right now he's under a different amount of pressure. A saddle is still pressure, and horses react differently. Good boy. Big deep breath and a body shake. You go a full shake. I'll let you think about that for a minute. Good boy. How am I doing, guys? What is this? Yeah, there's a saddle on. It's okay.
People are watching you, the cats are watching you.
It's like, I don't understand. So before I start like riding, so today I'm just going to do this evaluation, and then I'm going to see if he'll let me stand in the saddle, and then I'm going to call it, because the last video I saw of him, when somebody was getting on, he still looks really nervous. So we're going to get him past that point to where he's comfortable with us getting on and off before we start asking him to do more with us in the saddle. I will probably ground drive him before we do the whole riding thing.
He's like 4, right?
He's about 5.
Oh, 5.
Yep, he's 5 now. We got him when he was 4, so he's about 5 now.
Okay. So when you do that, what's that called? When you throw the boat?
Turn, face, and follow. I think it's on the back side of that. Good boy. For turn, face, follow, I'd say good. What I'm looking for in that is, did he rush through it? Did he seem panicked about it? Did he have a hard time figuring it out? He has it figured out, but he's still not like calm about it. Like, oh, whatever. Right. He still does it a little quick. So now we're going to do, can we handle this? We're not sure about this. If you can't handle this, you can't handle the rider. Good boy! Good boy! Oh, goodness. I'm losing my mic. Good boy! And then we do it on the other side. Everything we do on one side, we do on the other. I don't need your help, Kat. So see how he's nervous with me over here? That's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Hey, come here.
Menace to society. I just want to help. I would like a ride. You can throw me on as a rider first.
You want on this saddle?
He likes riding on Bunny, so. So again, we're just going to sit here and tap the saddle. Good boy. Move it around. Good boy. That was better. Good boy. Goodness gracious. Good boy. We had one horse, the first ranger, that when you jump, his head would go with you the entire time.
That's funny.
Like, I'm watching you very carefully. I'm not quite sure.
Time it says, or what are we doing?
Pretty much. I don't want that in the way. Did you bring my helmet out here? Okay. We're going to do it. Good boy.
Had the saddle on him already.
Yes. Yeah, he's had a saddle on.
With you or yeah.
So when we had him the first time we put a saddle on him, he's never had a problem with the saddle, but he's had a problem with the steps after. So the reason we took our steps backwards was to make sure that he fully understands and he's fully comfortable with everything. Because if he's unsure about any step of the process along the way, he's going to be more unsure moving forward. Correct. I think Riley had my helmet on this. What's that? You going to try to eat that too? The other thing is, when I do start riding him, I'm not going to put him in a bit. He's very sensitive about his mouth. He backs up so easily and pays attention. I don't think he's going to need a bit to start. I personally don't like starting them in a bit. There's other people that do because they got to get used to it eventually anyway, but I'm a one step at a time kind of girl. Good boy. How about if I jump with you with the helmet on? Huh? Is that okay? Oh, good boy. Good boy. I forgot I was wearing bibs. You're going to have to hike them up. Although you're not as tall as the rest of them. Good boy. Yep. I'll turn it so everybody can. Oh, just kidding. He's like, no, you're not. All right. What are you going to do if I put a foot in? Huh? Oh. Yep. Nope. Oh, boy. Less layers will do. No, we're not eating. Come here. Good boy. Stuff in my pockets. Good boy.
You look like you're going to do the head bob.
Huh? And literally every step that I do, we do on one side and then we do the other. Because if I need to make an emergency dismount for some reason on the opposite side and he's not okay with that, we've got a problem. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Actually, let's check here. Flexion. Good boy. Lateral flexion to the left, good. To the right, just kidding, how's my right? Lateral flexion to the left, good. Good boy. Good boy. I'm trying to make this as big of a, not a big deal as possible. Forgot. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. And a lick and a chew. Good boy. Let's not eat the helmet. Let's not eat the helmet. That's a good boy. Yeah. That was really good. Good boy. How do you feel about this side, huh? Good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. I'm going to stop it at that today because that was really good. Good boy. Yeah. They're paying attention. And you want them paying attention. It's the horses that don't pay attention that they kind of check out. And then all of a sudden you're up there and they're like, where did you come from? That you get the problems. That was mounting.
Before, did you have a practice thing?
I did not do the practice cinch. We didn't need to. He's good with that. That's a good boy. You going to eat that too? Mm-hmm. I think we need to put toys out for you. Huh? So right now he's sawing his mouth back and forth. He's actually releasing. Do I really want him doing that on my cinch? Not so much. But that's a good boy. Okay, can I have it? I know. Can I have it? Can I have it? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Come here.